Listen up, because this is important. Success is not some mystical random event that only happens to the lucky few. It is the natural result of discipline, effort, and unwavering focus. If you are willing to work hard and keep your eyes locked on what truly matters, success is not just possible, it is inevitable. Too many people spend their lives chasing distractions, wasting their energy on things that do not move them forward. They want success, but they are unwilling to do what it takes. Let me tell you right now, if you want to live an extraordinary life, you must be willing to put in extraordinary effort. Success is not an accident, nor is it something that just happens to a select few while others are left behind. It is a direct result of the choices we make, the habits we build, and the actions we take consistently over time. Many people look at successful individuals and assume they were simply in the right place at the right time or were given special advantages. But if you study the lives of those who have achieved great things, you will find a common thread. They put in the work, stayed committed to their vision, and refused to give up when things got tough. Every person has the potential to achieve success, but potential alone is not enough. Talent, intelligence, and good ideas mean nothing if they are not backed by action. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not luck. It's the discipline to show up every day, put in the work, and keep moving forward despite obstacles. Success is earned through persistence, resilience, and a relentless commitment to growth. Those who succeed understand that effort compounds over time, turning small daily actions into massive long-term results. Too many people want success without sacrifice. They want the rewards without the responsibility, the glory without the grind. But success demands a price, and that price is hard work, patience, and perseverance. There will be long days and sleepless nights. There will be moments of doubt, moments of failure, and moments where quitting seems like the easiest option. But the people who push through those moments, who stay committed even when results are not immediate, are the ones who eventually break through and reach new levels of success. Success is also a product of consistency. It is not about working hard for a few days, getting frustrated and giving up. It is about showing up every day with the same intensity and dedication, even when motivation fades. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is what separates the great from the average. The most successful individuals don't rely on how they feel in the moment. They rely on the habits they have built and the systems they have put in place to keep them moving forward. People often wait for the perfect moment to take action, believing that success will come when circumstances are just right. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. Those who achieve success do not wait. They create opportunities for themselves. They take action despite uncertainty. They learn from their mistakes, and they adjust their approach as they go. Waiting for the right time is just another form of procrastination. The sooner you start, the sooner you will see results. Another critical factor in earning success is the ability to embrace failure. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the process. Every setback, every mistake, and every challenge is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Those who fear failure often avoid taking risks, and as a result, they stay stuck in the same place. But those who embrace failure as a teacher, who analyze their mistakes and use them to become better, are the ones who continue to rise. Success is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey. It requires constant learning, adaptation, and improvement. What got you to one level of success will not necessarily take you to the next. That is why the most successful people never stop growing. They read, they invest in their skills, they seek out mentors, and they surround themselves with people who push them to be better. They understand that success is not a destination, but an ongoing process of becoming the best version of themselves. Earning success also requires having the right mindset. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions determine your results. If you believe that success is out of reach or that you are not capable of achieving greatness, you will never take the necessary steps to make it happen. But when you adopt a mindset of possibility, when you believe that success is something you can create through hard work and determination, you start to operate differently. You start making choices that align with your goals. And eventually those choices lead to the success you desire. Nothing in life worth having comes without a cost. Every dream, every achievement, every breakthrough requires something in return, and that price is hard work. Many people wish for success, they talk about their goals, and they even visualize a better future, but few are willing to put in the effort necessary to turn those dreams into reality. Hard work is not an option or an extra step. It is the very foundation of success. Those who embrace this truth separate themselves from the crowd because they understand that greatness does not come from mere wishing, it comes from doing. Hard work is the ultimate equalizer. It does not matter where you start, what challenges you face, or how many disadvantages you think you have. Those who are willing to outwork everyone else always find a way to rise. Natural talent can give someone a head start, but it is not enough to sustain long-term success. Intelligence can provide an advantage, but without the discipline to apply it, it remains untapped potential. Hard work is what transforms raw ability into tangible results. It is the one factor that is completely within your control, and that makes it the most powerful tool for changing your life. The road to a great life is paved with effort, sacrifice, and perseverance. Too many people give up when the journey becomes difficult. But those who are truly committed push through the obstacles. They understand that every challenge is a test, a way to prove just how badly they want success. The people who live great lives are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who refused to quit when things got tough. They are the ones who showed up day after day, even when they didn't feel like it, even when no one was watching, even when the results were not immediate. Hard work is not just about long hours or physical effort. It is also about mental toughness. It is about staying focused when distractions are everywhere. It is about maintaining discipline when temptations to take shortcuts arise. It is about being willing to do the hard things that others avoid. The ability to work hard is not just a skill, it is a mindset. It is the ability to push past frustration, to keep going when progress seems slow, and to trust that the effort being put in today will eventually lead to the rewards of tomorrow. One of the greatest truths about hard work is that it compounds over time. The small efforts that seem insignificant in the moment eventually add up to massive results. Every extra hour spent mastering a craft, every early morning spent working on a goal, and every sacrifice made in pursuit of a vision builds momentum. Many people quit before they see the payoff because they expect instant results. But those who keep going, those who stay committed even when success is not yet visible, are the ones who eventually break through. The people who live the most extraordinary lives understand that hard work is not a phase, it is a way of life. They do not work hard only when they feel motivated or when conditions are favorable. They work hard because they know that is the only way to create lasting success. They are willing to do what others will not, and that is why they achieve what others never will. They are not afraid of the struggle because they know that the struggle is what shapes them into the person they need to become. The discipline of hard work not only builds success, but also builds character. It teaches resilience, patience, and perseverance. It creates a mindset of self-reliance, where a person no longer waits for opportunities, but instead creates them. The process of working hard for something instills a deep sense of pride and fulfillment, because success that is earned always means more than success that is given. When a person has put in the effort, endured the challenges, and stayed the course despite difficulties, they do not just achieve their goals, they become stronger, wiser, and more capable in the process. A great life is not something that appears out of nowhere. It is built one step at a time through relentless effort and unwavering dedication. Those who understand this do not fear hard work. They embrace it. They know that every late night, every early morning, every moment of discomfort is an investment in something greater. They are willing to pay the price because they know the reward is worth it. The best things in life, the things that truly matter, are never handed out freely. They are earned. And hard work is the currency required to attain them. In today's fast-paced world, many people wear busyness as a badge of honor. They fill their schedules with endless tasks, run from one commitment to another, and pride themselves on how little free time they have. But the truth is, being busy does not mean being productive. Busyness often gives the illusion of progress, but in reality, it can be nothing more than an exhausting cycle of activity without meaningful results. Productivity, on the other hand, is about effectiveness, focusing on what truly matters and making deliberate choices that move you closer to your goals. Many people mistake movement for progress. They spend hours answering emails, attending meetings, and checking off minor tasks, but at the end of the day, they have made little to no real advancement toward their biggest goals. They confuse being occupied with being effective, but the two are not the same. True productivity is not about doing more things. It is about identifying high-value activities that bring real results and eliminating the distractions that keep you spinning in circles. Busyness often stems from a lack of clarity. When people do not have a clear sense of their priorities, they say yes to everything, filling their time with low-value tasks that do not contribute to their success. Without a strong sense of direction, it is easy to fall into the trap of doing what feels urgent instead of what is truly important. Productivity requires intentionality. It requires knowing exactly what needs to be done, why it matters, and how it contributes to a greater purpose. A major reason people stay busy instead of productive is their addiction to activity. Many believe that constantly being in motion is a sign of dedication and hard work. They equate long hours with success, thinking that the more they do, the more they achieve. But this is a dangerous mindset. Productivity is not measured by the number of hours worked. It is measured by the results achieved. A person who spends 10 hours on scattered, unfocused tasks will accomplish far less than someone who spends 3 hours on deep, meaningful work. One of the biggest threats to productivity is distraction. Social media, emails, unnecessary meetings, and constant interruptions keep people busy but prevent them from achieving their true potential. People jump from one task to another, never fully focusing on anything, and as a result, they produce low-quality work that takes twice as long to complete. Productivity requires deep focus, eliminating the noise, and dedicating time to the work that actually matters. Those who master the art of deep work achieve more in less time because they understand the power of undivided attention. Another problem with busyness is that it often leads to burnout. When people stay constantly occupied without achieving meaningful results, they become exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. They feel like they are working hard but getting nowhere, which leads to stress and discouragement. Productivity, on the other hand, creates a sense of accomplishment. When effort is directed toward the right things, progress becomes visible, and that progress fuels motivation. The key is to work smarter, not just harder, to focus energy on what produces real growth instead of wasting it on mindless activity. Being productive requires setting boundaries. It means learning to say no to distractions, unimportant commitments, and time-wasting activities. It requires discipline to prioritize what truly moves the needle forward instead of simply reacting to whatever demands attention at the moment. The most successful people understand that their time is their most valuable asset, and they protect it fiercely. They do not let busyness control their lives because they know that results, not effort alone, are what truly matter. Busyness can feel satisfying because it creates the illusion of accomplishment, but only productivity brings real success. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain stuck is not how many hours they work, but how effectively they use their time. The goal is not to be the busiest person in the room, it is to be the most effective. Productivity is about working with purpose, focusing on what truly matters, and ensuring that every action brings you closer to your goals. Distractions are everywhere, pulling people away from their goals, dreams, and purpose. In a world filled with endless notifications, constant entertainment, and an overwhelming amount of information, staying focused has become one of the most difficult challenges of modern life. Every moment spent on distractions is a moment taken away from progress. Success is not about being busy, it is about being intentional. Those who eliminate distractions and move with purpose are the ones who achieve real results, while those who allow themselves to be pulled in every direction remain stuck in a cycle of unfulfilled potential. Many people do not realize how much distractions are stealing from them. They waste hours scrolling through social media, responding to unnecessary messages, or jumping from one unimportant task to another, never fully committing to anything. At the end of the day, they feel exhausted but have accomplished nothing meaningful. Distractions create the illusion of being productive when in reality they are just keeping people occupied without allowing them to move forward. The first step to success is recognizing that time and attention are valuable and they must be protected at all costs. The ability to focus is a skill that must be developed. It requires training the mind to resist the constant pull of interruptions and instead channel energy into deep, meaningful work. This means setting clear priorities and being disciplined enough to stick to them. It means turning off notifications, creating an environment that encourages concentration, and committing to completing tasks without unnecessary breaks. People who master focus understand that every time they allow a distraction to take over, they lose momentum and make success harder to achieve. Moving with intention means making deliberate choices about where to invest time and energy. It means having a clear vision of what needs to be done and eliminating everything that does not contribute to that vision. Many people allow their day to be controlled by whatever demands their attention at the moment, rather than taking control and deciding what truly matters. Instead of letting distractions dictate their actions, intentional individuals structure their day around their priorities, ensuring that their most important work gets done first. Distractions are not just external, they are also internal. Negative thoughts, doubts, and fears can be just as disruptive as a ringing phone or a buzzing notification. Many people hold themselves back because they allow their minds to focus on problems instead of solutions. They waste time worrying about things they cannot control instead of taking action on the things they can. Moving with intention requires mental discipline, the ability to push aside limiting beliefs and stay focused on what truly matters. One of the most powerful ways to eliminate distractions is to create a system for success. This means setting goals, breaking them down into actionable steps, and committing to a daily routine that prioritizes progress. When people have a clear roadmap, it becomes easier to stay on track and avoid getting lost in meaningless activities. Without a plan, it is easy to drift, reacting to whatever comes up instead of proactively creating the results they desire. A system brings structure, and structure leads to consistency, which ultimately leads to success. Eliminating distractions also requires making intentional choices about the people and environments that influence